Well, there are at least two specific reasons for why. It was 1966. It was right after summer school. I had just met and fallen madly in love with Noelle Henry. And I had just heard from the Lord, I thought unmistakably in April, that I should be a pre-med student and head for medical school. So I took chemistry in summer school and signed up for organic chemistry in the fall, and found myself flat on my back with mononucleosis as the semester began. And I watched my organic chemistry possibilities falling away as I lie there. And Harold John Ochengay, pastor from Boston, was speaking at the Spiritual Emphasis Week in the chapel about 200 yards to my right as I lay in bed. And I'm listening on the college radio station, and everything in me said, I would love to be able to handle the Bible like that. And it was so compelling after 3 days that I knew didn't matter whether I could catch up in organic chemistry. I was going to drop that course anyway. And I'm heading for theological education. So here's the deal with Noelle. So that was totally life-shaping, right? Yeah. I missed it in April. So if you think you know God's will for your life, you probably don't. So I missed it. I missed it in April. All my subjective senses of God's leading were wrong. I hope. like my whole life would be misdirected if that were not the case. She, Noelle, had a doctor for a dad and thought she was falling in love with a pre-med student, which she was. And so she comes in one day to the hospital room, and I say to her, you know, these chapel messages have just undone me, and I'm not gonna pursue medical school. I'm gonna go to seminary and learn how to handle the Bible like that. What do you think about that? And she said what she always has said for 55 years now, actually 57, because we didn't get married for another 2.5 years. I fell in love with you, not your vocation.
Wow.
And it's been that way ever since. She's been an absolutely glorious, God-sent support for my life and ministry. So those two things, I think, warranted that statement.
Yeah.
I mean, you're married under submitting to Jesus. Who you marry and what you do with your whole life are I think, about the two biggest things you could. And if it takes God to put you in the hospital to make those things clear, then don't begrudge a little seminary of suffering.